What's up, y'all? It's Johnny with InsaneHomeFatLoss.com, and here today to put you through a stretching routine. I'm going to give you start to finish 10 awesome stretches that I think you should do before and after. There's a million stretches out there, but these are just 10 not so basic but not so intense so you're going to be dying. 10 good just stretches that I think you should implement into your workout at least daily. I'm going to hold the stretch for about 2 to 3 seconds a piece while telling you the benefits of that stretch and what it stretches. But you guys at home, you need to do the stretch about 10, 15 seconds, sometimes even 20 seconds you need to hold that stretch if you're super sore. Let's get started. First stretch, it's called hang your hams. Why is it called hang your hams? Well, you're stretching your hamstrings, duh. Well anyways, back flat, you want to bend over your torso and you kind of want to essentially hang your torso from your hamstrings. You want to really feel the burn, stretch out. Your hamstring actually makes up the majority of the muscle in your leg, going from your glute all the way down to your calf. So again, nice deep stretch. Really stretch it out. Let it hang there. Hang your hams. That's hang your hams, guys. Next stretch is called the three-way V stretch. You want to spread your legs out comfortably as wide as you can. You want them kind of, nice and wide, but not too wide that you feel like you're going to tear something in there, because that wouldn't be good. So spread your legs out. You should feel a little tension here in your groin, on your inside of your hamstrings, and then you're gonna keep your back flat and bend at the waist, and you're just gonna go straight down. You should really feel this stretching pretty much all of your legs. Definitely the groin on the underside here, the inside of your hamstring. You should feel it really stretching the glute, and then the outside of the quads here. Okay, that's the middle. It's called a three-way V stretch because you're also gonna go to the left. You want to keep your legs, you want to call it kind of like a micro bend. You don't want to be locked out, but you want to bend a little bit. You want to go to the left and hold it. You can really feel it on the left side, on the back of your left hamstring. Switch over, hit the right side. Again, you can really feel it pulling the back of the hamstring. You can go back to the middle if you like, for shits and giggles, and then back up. And that is a three-way V stretch. The next stretch is the hip flexor stretch. It's an often overlooked stretch. Your hips are very important. You really gotta make sure you warm those up before you go do any kind of a workout or activity. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get down on your right knee first. You're gonna keep your knee you don't want it to go over your toe, okay? And you wanna keep your chest up, and you really wanna drive your hip through. You wanna almost squeeze your glute in the back, and for helpers, for a little assistance, you can put your hands up and really just see how I'm driving my hip through. And then you're gonna switch to the other side, get on your left knee, and again, make sure your knee doesn't go over your toe. Keep your chest up, push through with the hip. You should really feel it all along in here. That really stretches your hips. This is great for squatting if you're at the gym. It's great for before any kind of leg workout, any kind of running, football, with any kind of cuts, basketball. It's great to stretch out the hips. That right there, hip flexor stretch. For my next stretch, I'm going to show you guys the groin stretch. Now there's also a couple other terms you might have heard for this. You might have heard monkey stretch or butterfly stretch or crab stretch, but I just call it groin stretch because those all sound weird. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep your back flat. I'll go from the side here so you can see. You want to keep your back flat, stick your butt out, and you should squat down, and you should really feel it start to stretch inside your hamstrings and your groin, as well as your glute. Once you get down to that parallel point, or a point you feel comfortable, where you feel like you can really support yourself, put your hands together and kind of gently push outwards on your knees. This will really deep stretch in that groin, and then those inner hamstrings and inner thighs. Very crucial if you're doing any kind of really strenuous activity. Cardio activity, playing football, basketball, anything like that. Again, keep your back flat, push out with your elbows gently, don't go crazy and jam your elbows out, and that's the groin stretch. Alright, for the next stretch, we're going to do the quad stretch, the quadricep stretch. What it stretches obviously is your quadricep. What you're going to do is stand on one foot. If you can't support yourself, or you don't have good balance, or you're drunk, maybe hold on to something, hold on to a buddy, solid object. Basically, one foot, reach back with your same arm and grab your ankle. You want to keep your chest up when doing this. Don't bend over. That defeats the purpose of it. You want to keep your chest up, and don't let your knee bow out like that. We'll have a different stretch for that later. Keep your knee kind of close to your side, and then you start to pull up with your heel. You should really start to feel it stretch on the outside of the quad, all along there, real deep. You can hold it up there for a good amount, squeeze it towards your butt, heel towards your butt. Remember, keep your chest up. After that one, switch to the other side, again, chest up, plant your right foot, bring your left foot up, and keep your knee in. Remember, don't let it flare out. Don't let your foot or your knee flare out. Keep it straight, keep your chest up. I can actually feel this stretching all the way from my abs, all the way down through my hip flexor and into my quad. That is a quad stretch. Now that we've been hitting some lower body stretches and some core stretches, let's do some upper body stretches. First one, cross arm stretch. Basically, I kind of like start it out with some arm swings, and then whenever you're ready, boom, catch the cross arm. That's your cross arm stretch. Nice and you don't want to be nice and gentle with this one. You're stretching your shoulder, you're stretching your chest, your back, your neck, you're stretching everything with this one. Keep it nice and tight, keep your elbows up. And then when you're ready, you can give it a couple more swings, cross them over if you want, warm up your rotator cuffs, and then boom, cross the other arm. Okay, give it a nice, good pull, nice and gentle though. You can see it stretching my shoulder, stretching my tricep, my back, everything. Then when you're done, give it a couple more swings, and that's a cross arm stretch. For my next upper body stretch, I'm gonna show you guys the overhead stretch. Now there's some other terms you may have heard it called, maybe the elbow stretch or back stretch or whatever. I just call it the overhead stretch because your hands are going over your head. So anyways, what you're gonna do is bring your arm over your head, and I'll go from behind so you can see. So you basically try and touch your left shoulder with your right hand, and then you bring your left hand over, gently start to apply pressure downwards on the elbow like you're reaching down your back. Hold it there for about 10-15 seconds, and then repeat with the other arm. Again, applying gentle pressure. This really stretches mostly the tricep, but you're also getting your lat and your shoulder, your rotator cuff, maybe even a little bicep stretch in there. That's your overhead stretch. Next stretch is head rolls / neck stretch. Kind of combine these into one, because what you're gonna do, feet shoulder width apart. You start out with a nice gentle neck roll. The neck is very important. It's kind of where your central nervous system, everything, all your pipes, your organs, and everything all goes to the channel through there. So it's pretty important. You want to warm up your neck. It's pretty central on the upper body as well. So after you roll it out for a good 10, 15, 20 seconds, you can go to each side, gently apply some pressure to your chin, and kind of look up. And what you should be feeling is just in your trap back here. You should be feeling some stretch there. Go to the other side, and then maybe give it a couple more rolls. And that's your head rolls / your neck stretch. For the next stretch, it's going to be a back stretch. But what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to get on our stomachs. You don't want to forget about your back. So what you do is you get in a push-up position, all the way flat. Lay all the way flat. Put your hands right by underneath your shoulders, and then begin to gently push yourself up while keeping your hips loose and planted on the ground. Again, gently bring it up, and you should feel this stretch in your back and actually also your abs. You want to hold that for a good 10, 15, maybe even 20 seconds. For added benefit, you can even look straight up at the ceiling, and it stretches your abs and your neck even a little bit more. That is the back stretch. For our last and final stretch, we're gonna stretch out the calves. Can't forget about those. They're actually an important muscle as well. So what you're gonna do is go up to your wall. Okay, now be careful. Watch the paint, watch the wallpaper, the lacquer, the finish, whatever it is. But go down to the bottom of the wall, simply put your toes on there, and just start to, drive your heel down through the ground, and you'll actually feel your calf start to stretch. Okay, you want to hold that for 10-15 seconds, and then repeat with the other one. Again, you can drive into the ground with your heel while keeping your toe up there, and you'll really start to feel it stretch in the back of your calf. That is a calf stretch. I've given you guys a pretty good stretching routine to get started with. 10 solid stretches that I think you guys should put into your workout every day. I think you should do it before your workout and after you work out. If you don't have the time, at least try doing it before. You'll start to burn more fat, you'll keep your metabolism up, you'll prevent injuries, and you'll just be overall warmed up and feel more ready to work out. For more nutrition, workouts, and just more tips on how to look like your boy, check out insanehomefatloss.com. Again, I'm Johnny. Have a good day.